What you're about to watch is an open and honest and vulnerable chat between Philip Sayce and myself, in which I was lucky enough not just to meet a guitar hero, but also to meet one of the most real human beings that I've ever spent time with. And I'm adding this intro to prepare you to feel something. So, in a time where the online guitar world feels like it's actively trying to rip itself apart, I hope this makes you feel something. I hope it makes you feel something good about yourself, and hopefully makes you want to go and pick up a guitar and make other people feel something too.
I know that's what
That's
I
right.
needed to hear.
That's right. You're
Here I
human being.
am, sat with you.
And you're allowed to feel things. I'm allowed to feel them, move through them and move into something else and move into something else. And yeah, the long and winding road.
The alternative is not as appealing, right?
No.
I'm going to address the camera for a
Yeah,
moment.
I know we got to get to it.
So I won't include that. We'll go from now, okay? If that's so you.
Yeah, wherever you want to go. Yeah, if you want to mention it or talk about it.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. It's not really a scripted thing or anything, but when he says we've got to stop, we've got to stop.
Thank you.
I went to the 40th anniversary for PRS last year at the House of Blues, and as I walked into that building, my whole brain and heart was set on fire. And I just discussed this with Paul, of Paul Reed Smith Guitars, and the man that was making me feel those things is sat next to me now, and I got the joy of actually getting to meet you and tell you that in person, and I feel that we've become very close to each other very, very quickly. And yeah, it's Philip Sayce, who is an absolute monster guitar player, and from what I can tell so far, a beautiful human being.
Oh, man.
So I don't know what we're going to talk about right now, but I feel I'm either on the edge of tears or on the edge of jumping around in joy, all for the same reason.
Wow.
And somewhere there'll be some guitar in there, but
Wow.
people know on my channel that I'm very real, I'm very unscripted, I'm very honest, and when I review gear, it's like oh, that's really fun, or oh, I'm not really feeling it, that's really fun, you know? So I'm very impactful instantly. So when I get to talk to people like this, it's kind of the same thing, I hope, that just to try and get right in there, you know? And then my best outcome of these things is to make someone feel something. Either it's with a guitar or with words. And yeah, that's my monologue done. So
Wow.
thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate you sitting with me.
Wow. That's a beautiful way to begin this conversation. And I think also to echo what you were saying, we had such a lovely chat, just, saying hello to each other before the camera was on, and very meaningful to me, very, had such texture to it. It was very warm and very special. I hold that closely. And, I think that's something about music that is so important, is that there's a way that we can connect with one another through music. Sometimes not even through words, just through emotion, through music, through art in general.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be about money or likes or anything like that. It can just be about connecting with another human being and learning about what's inside you, or sharing about what's inside me. And it's no competition. There's room for us to both be who we are and accept one another for who we are. So I was really moved meeting you today.
Thank you, and likewise. And
right on, man.
This is the reason I come to these shows, is because regardless of what I've done in my life, and I think this goes for some other people as well, you get stuck in this rhythm of what turns into monotony, even though that monotony is actually pretty wonderful, like playing guitar and making videos in my sense. So you come out of this to break that monotony and think, oh my goodness, all these like-minded people, all these people going through their lives, going through their problems, going through their positive stuff, and then you get to sit with someone and even just hold a guitar sometimes, and it makes it feel good.
That's for sure. And as you're saying that, I'm reminded of what a privilege it is to speak for myself. I'm so thankful to make music in my life. What a gift. What a gift. And that I have a family around me and a community that support me to be able to do that. And on my best days and on my darkest days. And, I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect. I don't always get it right. And try to learn from my mistakes as a person and as a musician and as a husband or a friend, and learning from other people. That's really what it's about. And knowing that everybody hurts at times. Everybody is feeling bad at times, and other times there's room for you to feel amazing and for me to feel amazing. I want to do this in concert with other people.
Sure.
You know, I want to learn that the thing that turns me on the most is when someone's being totally real in the moment and is sharing about who they are and what lights them up. And I think it's great because then I can share like what lights me up, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, wow, I feel that way too.
This is why I love playing in bands, regardless of the outfit or the skill level of the musicians involved, or the length of time they've been playing, or what instrument they're playing. That connection you get with another musician when you lock in, and if you're playing a simple G chord or some 12-bar blues, or you're playing something that's on fire, or you're playing kids songs, or whatever it is, when everybody is in that moment sharing that thing together, that sets my soul alight. And I've been lucky enough to work with kids and use music to help kids get through some stuff. It's right there, you know, there's life right there. And you think, my God, this power that this music has, and it makes me so happy to think I'm getting goosebumps on my legs now.
Yeah,
You know?
man.
And I think we forget that on the internet. You know, there's a disconnect
Totally.
between what's on this screen in front of us and what the human being on there might have intended to get across in the first place.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of pain in the world at the moment. And it's a cliche to say that music heals and music unites us, but it's a cliche for a damn good reason, and that is because it's true. And how often have you or yourself or me been in a room singing with someone or playing with something, and everything just feels good?
Yeah.
And I think we're making mistakes as a race of people to not do that more often. So any excuse, just get up there and make some noise and discover, tap the sofa if you have to, but get involved, you know.
Yeah. And have the freedom. It's a blank canvas. Have the freedom to let whatever is inside out. We don't know what it is yet. You know, it's funny. I watch a lot of Bob Ross. Do you know Bob Ross, the painter?
I get told I look like him, so yes.
Okay, so perfect. You do have lovely hair, and I enjoy watching Bob Ross because while it's very meditative, the tone of his voice is very meditative.
Very.
But also he's creating on a blank canvas every time something beautiful. Like, and he has these beautiful little things that he's saying as he's doing it. There's such pearls of wisdom and things like, you know, we don't make mistakes, we have happy accidents, because it will lead us to learning something and expressing ourselves in a way. And he's always encouraging of, you know, express yourself in your art, let it. And so I watch him, you know, sometimes at home while I'm practicing. I'll just have it on in the background. I'll be like practicing, watching him, and he's, you know, I'll stop for a second. He's talking about, oh, here's some, you know, beautiful little trees. I love these trees and this. And I'm just listening to this and I'm thinking, like, I want to get into that space where he is, where he's just making whatever is inside his heart in that moment, and he's shutting off any other distractions. And he's spreading something good through the platform that he has, which is then turning on other people to do the same, as opposed to the flip side, which is, you know, like spreading more hate and spreading more division. I'm a Bob Ross guy. What am I going to say? I'm into it.
I like it. That's a great T-shirt. I'm a Bob Ross guy. There's Mr. Rogers as well to keep it
Mr.
American.
Rogers, yep.
And it's pure of heart is what I'd like to put it there. And with Bob Ross, the way he just communicates honesty is just it's enviable how open that man has been. It's a little bit saddening to not have him around anymore and not to have more people. There's not a lot of money in being a Bob Ross. And I think we're at the point in life of the world where money is right there, and there's things that can't break through because of money. And having a YouTube channel is a wonderful thing to have because I can put anything I want on there, you know?
Yeah.
It's my channel, it's my house.
That's right.
And when people misbehave in the comments section, I can say, you're not allowed to do that here, this is my house.
Right, right.
It doesn't happen very often because I try to spread this, let's say, Bob Ross way of thinking.
Yeah.
People generally in the comments are wonderful people.
Yeah.
Because the world is a wonderful place.
Yeah.
But I don't know where we're going with this, but there are several people out there or several organizations that would like us to think the world's a terrible place.
They're working hard at it to try to convince us that that's the case.
Absolutely.
You know?
But to take it back to your guitar playing and your effect you had on me, it's amazing for me to sit here right now because about 36 hours ago, I didn't want to do this. I was having a really tough time. And you want to understand, like, well, Andy's at NAMM. It's an amazing experience to go to NAMM. Why is he complaining? And it's not a complaint. It's a pressure that I put on myself to perform and to be the Guitar Geek for the YouTube channel, which is me, but it's an amplified, it's a stage version of me.
Right.
And sometimes you don't want to go on stage, or sometimes you're just not capable of going on stage. But in making that choice to call home and say, look, I'm having these troubles, I don't really fancy doing it anymore, I might want to come home.
Yeah.
And then to say no, and to be talked down off that ledge.
Yeah.
And look at what it's got me. It's got me able to share that experience that I had that changed me with the person who did it.
Yeah, man.
And I think that's a great sort of story, metaphor, whatever you want to call it, for, okay, listen to those things, as you said, acknowledge them, but then push them away, you know?
Yeah. And you know, I think, you know, for you to share that kind of vulnerability in this space is very powerful. It's really powerful. You're so real. You're being totally real. There's no mask on that you're wearing. You're being, and I think it's important for me to let you know that I am hearing you and that I'm receiving what you're sharing, and that it means a lot to me that you're willing to be open with me and share that. And I think in return, you know, I have days too where it's very, very hard for me to function in certain ways. There are certain things that I live with in my life that make daily tasks very difficult sometimes. And I'm thankful to have a support network in my life that has patience for me to be able to work through that, and they accept me whether I'm feeling good or not feeling good.
Sure.
And I'm a work in progress. And I'm excited to learn, and I'm excited to discover new things about myself. And music is such a special vehicle. The arts in general, human expression, regardless of doing it for something that somebody else is going to comment on, take that out of the equation. When you're just playing, in this case, if I'm just playing guitar in my house for myself, no one else is listening, maybe my cat, but like outside of that, you know, I'm playing because I love it. And I'm playing because I'm trying to discover things about myself that, just about the things that make me tick, the things that I feel really good about, or the things I don't feel good about. And that's what turns me on, I think, as well, in the musicians that I'm most inspired by. You can feel that when someone's real and they're giving you the truth of something that's in their heart, not something that is premeditated to try to get as much attention or money, or not that that's fine too. It's an expensive world.
Yeah,
we got to make money, man. We got to live. It's crazy. And, you know, for me, if I can get tapped into the root of who I am and learn more about myself and maybe grow from it, that's where I want to be. And that's what music has been to me my whole life and continues to be. I feel like I'm an infant. I'm just like crawling around on the floor. I got a lot of work I want to do in music and on myself.
I think that when I look at my kids and I'm their father, and I have no clue what I'm doing in life, and you realize that the elders in your life probably also felt that way, but you look up to them as they've got it all sorted, and I trust them because I'm protected by these people.
Right.
And a question I have for you, I'm particularly at home when I'm on stage. I feel not because it's everyone look at me, I'm the center of attention. It's quite the opposite of that. I feel like the unifier of the audience, and like, let's all have a good time. Trust me, I'm going to take us on this journey, and it'll be worth it at the end.
Yeah.
And there'll be some wrong notes in there, and there'll be some technical problems, but all that is life, you know? Is that how you feel? Like, do you live to be on stage, or are you more sort of studio, or is it all the same, or how do you feel?
Yeah, thanks for asking. And I love what you just said. I want to say that, you know, there's some things that are unexpected that are great, some things that are unexpected that maybe do it differently next time, but that's all part of life. It's all part of growth and learning. And I think I love performing live. I always have. It's been a place where I can really find myself and really just kind of open up and in some ways turn off all the things going on in my head. And really let some things out. And I think the same goes for in the studio as well. The difference in the studio is that you can always you know, you can delete that take and do another one and until you get something you like. And sometimes that's not always good because you never get anything done. You just keep doing it over and over again. But I do love spontaneous creation where it's just in the moment, off the cuff. I don't know, was that perfect or not? I don't know, but I fucking went for it. And there's something good in there, I'm sure. Something that I can learn from. And maybe next time I'll approach it differently. But I'm not thinking about it as much. I want to feel it.
It's kind of, I think what you're saying, certainly for me, is that that moment, that second or that nanosecond in life is everything. And then it just travel on to the next nanosecond, rather than I'm wondering what I'm going to do in 2 minutes time or tomorrow or what has just happened. Was that good? You're just in the zone, really.
I'm reminded of this, and this might be a little bit out, like too vague, but certainly through a lot of meditation. I've been doing a lot of meditation recently, which has been very impacted my life in a very positive way. But you know, the idea that playing music in the way that I see animals in the wild. So when you see a bird, a beautiful bird in the sky, and it's just, the day is gorgeous, sun is shining on its wings, and it's just flying and floating in the wind, and it's just doing what it does. It's being exactly what it is. It's not thinking about, oh, I'm going to get this on TikTok, and I'm going to get a bunch of likes, and maybe I'll make some money off this, and maybe I'll get an endorsement. It's just breathing and living and doing what it's doing, and it's beautiful because of that. And in some ways, I want to do the best that I can to emulate what that bird is doing, what something in nature is doing, and not being self-conscious about it, just doing it because that's what they love. That's who they are. That's like when I see that in musicians, like I see that in Albert Collins videos, and I see that in all of the players, like they're just who they are, and they're just playing, and they don't give a shit if you like it or not. That's who they are, and it's real, and it's beautiful.
We have to wrap this up because
Yeah.
time is limited. But I believe in my heart that the music of the world is coming back around to being real. I think the young people are sick of perfection. And from what I see online as well as in real life, I think we're going to get another wave of, it doesn't necessarily have to be guitar music and rock music, but music from the heart. And I think that there are some, maybe let's say our generation of people who are pushing that still, and it just happens to be with a guitar. And there are some people who are not doing that for maybe nefarious reasons, and it's resulted in people feeling less or feeling alone. And I really think music is coming back. I think music will save us. I know it sounds a bit strong and pressurizing. I'm certain of it. We're going to get another unifying moment, and I very much look forward to that.
I welcome that as well, you know, and I think that opportunity for us to be able to relate to one another through art, to be reminded of things in the world that are beautiful, that connect us as opposed to divide us, you know, and I think that's really the sweet spot of arts in general, whether you're a dancer or a sculptor or a pianist or whatever you dance, you know, whatever you're doing, you know, when you have that moment when somebody pulls you in and your body is buzzing, and then in return, it's a two-way street. There's there's something that happens.
It doubles. It evolves. It never gets split in half and shared. And my hope is that we can do that more often. And
I'm with you.
I have faith that it will happen.
I'm with you.
I feel you. Right. Thank you so much for your
Thank you
time.
so much. That was beautiful.
If you've enjoyed this, that's great. But this one was for us.
And in the words of Bob Ross, what he says at the end of every episode, he's like, God bless my friends. I love it.
Thank you. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
That was awesome. I feel like I need to give you a hug.
Yeah,
man.
I feel the
Come
same
on,
way.
man. Thank you. That was really, really sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
I really appreciate that.
Okay, before you go and grab a guitar and bring out whatever it is in your heart that it makes you bring out, please just allow me to say a huge thanks to PRS Guitars and of course to Philip Sayce for giving up their time. I do really hope you enjoyed this.